Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean from Ghost Mode ATC. Wanted to bring you guys a quick pocket dump today and then a video on my bug out bag and what I currently have set up inside and how I have it set up. So I'm going to go ahead and get in this video and try to get through it fast. My main carry today is my Spyderco PM2. That's got Rips Garage Tech titanium scales on there and a Lynch Northwest deep carry pocket clip. Absolutely fantastic knife. Definitely, probably, I'd have to say top two on that one. My other pocket have my ASK in my Easy Ant pocket slip and brass i3T EOS Olight. Carry an ASK every day. It's the American version of the Swiss Army knife, made by Medford Knife and Tool, American Servant Type brand, and completely modular. This one is carbon fiber and has my own tool setup on there. But I have one of those in my pocket every day for 2 years now. And then I have my sidearm, which is the Glock 43X. Everybody knows what that is. But let's go ahead and get into the video about the bag. So this here is my bug out bag. It might not be perfect, but right now it's what I have and it's how I have it set up for getting from point A to point B. This is nowhere close to a survival bag. It's pretty much 2 days max. Get from where you got to go to where you got to go. Maybe overnight camping for 2 nights if you had to. I could probably go more, honestly, if I had to, but this isn't made for survival. This is made for getting to where you got to go. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I got. First thing, on the outside, I got a pair of Impact mechanics gloves that I just have stuck on there with a carabiner. And then I have little carabiners on the end of those that stay on, so I can just clip those right onto the bag. So impact gloves in cold weather or whatever, doing some hard work and stuff like that, definitely a good thing to have. Strapped to the outside, I have a G-Shock. This one is solar powered. It's synced up to my wife's bug out bag to the exact second on time. The reason I picked solar power is because I don't need to replace the batteries in this. You know, the sunlight charges it and it holds a charge for a pretty long time. So that stays on there. I have an Olight Baton 3 Pro Max. It's got a strobe capability, 2500 lumens on that. It's USB rechargeable, and that one stays on the outside. I also have an SE4 strapped to the outside for quick access if I have to get some cutting done or something like that. Highly recommend the SE4. I have other knives, Bark River, Bravo 1. Matter of fact, got another knife in here. I'll show you guys here in a little bit. But I highly recommend the SE4. It's just a great knife. Easy to sharpen, 1095 high carbon. And it's definitely a workhorse. So that is strapped to the outside in this, their plastic Kydex type sheath, and it stays on there really well. So on the inside here, I'm gonna stand up, sorry fellas. Front pocket, first things first, all medical. I'll pull it all out of here. I have some anti-chafing spray because as a man, you don't want your nutsack chafing, and this is definitely a lifesaver. Some waterproof adhesive tape. I have like a wrist assist bandage, and then some inside that I've got some other types of bandages. In a Ziploc bag, I have some rubber gloves, Band-Aids, different types of pills and stuff like that, lens wipes, antibacterial stuff. And then I have just a simple Walmart Equate first aid kit. Like I said, this is not a kit to survive on. This is a kit to get from point A to point B. If I end up building a kit for something else, I would definitely have a way bigger med kit than this with a tourniquet and stuff like that. but your belt can double as a tourniquet, and some other things that I carry can double as a tourniquet. So I just leave the small one in here. The top pocket here, I have extra pair of shoelaces, hand warmers, just a Field and Stream survival blanket, reflective blanket, some wet wipes for wiping your ass if you have to, a rain poncho, and one more rain poncho. These are just single use. You could probably double them up. You can carry water in these if you had to or something like that. So those live in that top pack there. The middle pack. This is where I have a lot of my food items and stuff like that, water filtration stuff. Bark River Bravo 1. This was one of the other knives I was telling you about. That's absolutely fantastic. Very, very thick behind the blade stock, double as a pry bar. You don't have to carry 2 knives. The only reason I'm carrying 2 is because my wife does not want to carry a big knife in her pack, so I just stuck an extra one in mine, so she has one. Life straw. Absolutely 100% important to have a way to filter water when you're out anywhere in a shit hits the fan situation. You have to be able to filter water from any source you can get it from, and Life Straw does that, so that takes care of that. On top of having a Life Straw, silk key. This turns on different types of water valves and stuff like that, so you can get water out if they have turned the water off. Good thing to have, even if they turn the water off in buildings and stuff like that. Usually there is back pressure built up in the pipes or something like that, so you can still get some water out of there. So that's a very important thing to have. At least for me it is. This is just a compass. Simple little one my wife got me for Christmas last year. But it's important to have a compass so you can get to where you're going, know where you're going, know which direction you're going, especially at nighttime. Little Swiss Army knife, Victorinox. This one is a, I can't remember, Tinker. Nothing impressive, just something extra I wanted to throw in there. Doesn't take up very much weight. I have I labeled an Olight charger on top of the duct tape that I wrapped around this Altoids tin, and it's just the charger for my Olight. Keeping that tin kind of keeps it away from getting moisture or anything like that, so that's why I put that in there. Big lighter for extra fire starting capabilities. Field note, I carry a field note and a pin. This one takes a Fisher Space pen refill in case if I have to write down directions, something like that. Definitely a good thing to have and to consider in case if you had to write down important information. Let's see here. In this pill bottle I have a little fire starting kit. Carmex. Carmex is my preferred fuel. You just mix this with some of this cotton here, fluff it up, and it will take a ferro rod strike very, very easily. And I put in this cool little Bad Drip Labs pill bottle. I don't even know where I got this thing from, but so yeah, that's my fire starter. I have a SE mess tin here. Folds out. I can cook in this. I can do whatever I have to do in this. Inside that, I have a spork. I have some more tinder. This tinder, I have some extra stuff in here that's already got Carmex mixed into it, so just some extra fire, dry fire stuff. Ferro rod with a striker. I use Blackbeard Fire Starter ferro rods. They're my favorite brand. They work when they're wet. I mean, I just love this brand, so that's one of the brands that I highly recommend for that. A Cliff Bar, and some of those flat packs of tuna I have shoved down in the bottom there for quick protein, quick meals, and whatever you have to do there. Oh, put that back in there. So that's my little mess kit. And then a breakdown rain poncho. This thing actually, when it unzips, this doesn't come unattached. It's not sitting inside here. The whole thing folds out, and this zipper part is part of the front pocket. So this is a pretty cool thing to have, and it's very, very light, very, very collapsible. Definitely good to have. On to my main part here, and this is one of the things I'd really like to change. So I might end up switching bags. Have some wintertime gloves, just in case your hands get really cold. Paracord. I have no idea how many feet of paracord this is, but it is a lot, and it will get me through whatever I have to do. If I need to make a lean-to, whatever type of shelter I need to do, whatever that may be. Extra pair of socks, very important to have. Keep your feet dry. You don't want to be walking around with wet feet. That definitely wouldn't feel good. Tarp. This one is an 8 foot by 10 foot. I haven't opened it yet, haven't had a need to, so it just sits in this plastic. Shoves right down the back there. But a heavy duty tarp goes along with the paracord, and you can make all sorts of shelters and stuff with this. Tarp comes in handy for a lot of things. And then an extra pair of pants. I do not have an extra shirt in here. Don't have the room for it, so it's just not in there right now, and that's mainly the one thing that I wanted to change, was I want to be able to have a shirt in here also. I guess if my clothes were wet, this rain poncho could double up as an extra shirt. Pair that with a Mylar blanket and a fire will reflect the heat onto you and keep you warm until your clothes dry out. So that's what I have set up. I don't think I have anything else in here. Let me just double check. Nope. On the front of this bag, you'll see these two little carabiners here. These are actually here for a reason, and the reason being, I'm going to move this over to the side here, is I have this bag right here. Normally it's a strap. I carry this kind of as a man purse per se. Daily, I keep stuff in here that I use, but I've now switched it to put on the Bugout bag. You can go right in these hook loops here, these loops here on the back or whatever. Inside here, first off, let's go extra Glock magazine loaded. Front little zipper pocket here is just some little like clippers, USB charger, clear eyes, and the Leatherman Micra for scissors. Definitely love the Leatherman Micra. Awesome tool, awesome tool, awesome scissors. So that sits in the front of that. In this pocket, I have my, I have my Leatherman. I carry the Leatherman Wave Plus. That just sits in there. In this little pocket here. This pocket is currently empty. The main pocket, which can also fit my Glock into if I had to, but there shouldn't be any reason if you're carrying a firearm that should be off your side, especially in a bug out situation. That thing should be with you 100% all the time. But I have 200 rounds of 9mm. That sits in there, and then in the back here I have another field notes, a copy of the U.S. Constitution. Don't ask me why, I just enjoy carrying that. A piece of leather that I use for a strop, and a microfiber cloth. And that lives in there. This one never gets emptied out, it just stays in there. So this is kind of heavy, but when I strap it on with all this gear in here, and I strap it on to the front of this bag, it pulls up the back of the bag and actually releases some of the weight off the back and distributes it more evenly. So I'm really happy with this setup. I thought of it the other night, and I started doing it, and then I went and took a hike with my Bugout bag to see how everything felt, how the weight felt and whatnot, and it felt great. So that is a definite setup that I love. And then one more thing that I recommend, for me personally, that I would recommend for anybody else, would be a shemagh. You can use a shemagh for a whole bunch of stuff. Firewood bundler. You can use it for filtering water, keeping. You can use it for a face mask. You can use a shemagh for anything. Definitely a great piece of kit to have inside your kit. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if this is your first time watching. If it's not, thanks for coming back and checking my stuff out. This is nowhere complete to what I actually want it to be. This is just kind of what I have now, and what I think can get me by for a max of 2 days trying to get from point A to point B. So I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.